Clydesdale horses. If you're not familiar with Clydesdale horse, it can pull about 6,000 pounds. We've heard this actually, right? Just recently from Tony. And yet, when they're pulling together, it's 24,000 pounds. When they act in alignment, when they've been trained to pull together, it's 32,000 pounds. Wow. Same horses, right? They should only be able to pull 12, but it can be 32,000. And that's what's really worked in our life since we've been together. And just for context, and Mo and I were talking about this earlier. Mo, I really want to acknowledge you for a second for what you shared with me about going through divorce. And like you, I gave everything away. And I hope this is okay. Is it okay to share just not any content, just context?
No, I share for a reason.
I figured so, yeah, thank you. So I gave away everything in this divorce, and I was like broke when Annie and I met. And in fact, I was deeply in debt. And I was like, how am I even going to survive? I'm paying $9,000 a month in alimony and child support. And I'm like, great, I make $11,000. This is going to be wonderful. I'm like, I got to figure this out. I've got to learn how to make more money. I've got to get my business going even faster. And I was actually raiding the coffers at the business because at least we had some money there. But I'll figure this shit out. I'll figure out how to make more money and borrowing. And I was just doing all this crazy stuff. And I was paying for Plaid at the same time. I was like, I'm going to figure this out. It's going to be great. So I invested completely. And then everything changed overnight. And I met this wonderful woman. So on our first date, we actually talked about our vision. And I was asking her these questions to understand, what do you really want in life? Like, what's this amazing vision? What are you aiming for? And she's like, well, show me your Date with Destiny poster. I'm like, hey, good idea. So we started sharing this as we had this conversation, yes? And so what I learned really quickly is that she wanted to build this empire, like a real estate empire, a business empire. And she wanted to have this incredibly passionate, wild relationship. And we wanted to go have fun. We wanted to have adventure. Or she did. I'm saying we. Notice I already adopted it, right? Because we were in alignment on that. It was very simple. And then she says, well, what do you want? I want a woman that's going to challenge me. Fuck. And, you know, it's not the challenge part where it's like, hey, you gotta go harder. That's not it. She challenged me to grow by being so feminine. And it was just amazing because I had to learn how to deal with that because I had a masculine, I don't want to say that, that's not correct. I had a very feminine wife with a masculine mask. And so I'm coming into this new relationship in pure feminine, and the mask isn't there yet completely, and she's like trying to destroy this shit. But we aligned on this vision. We started talking about our goals, and I started understanding where she wanted to go. I understood her values, and it was really easy. It was like, love is right up at the top. I'm like, great, me too. We talked about the rules for meeting that, and this is our first date. The first time we're actually out, and it was freaking amazing. And by the way, could you do that right now? Could any of us actually have that conversation today, especially after Date with Destiny, that we can, yes, right? It'd be pretty easy today. And yet, for me, the first thing that we've got to do is figure out what is our vision. And Tony really led us through some of that, but we didn't necessarily write it down. Did anyone write down exactly what their ideal perfect day looks like? Have you ever thought about what a perfect day would be?